Hello scrapbooking friends, and thank you for joining me for another process video. So today I'm doing a double page layout, and I'm doing this for day 4 of Scraptember. We are way past day 4 in September, but I'm doing this one because this is the one that I planned for that day, and I've just only now got around to being able to do it. So day 4 Scraptember double page spread, and today I am scrapbooking the Light to the South lighthouse trail, the sculptures over in Southampton, and some of them here on the Isle of Wight. And this today, what I'm documenting now on this particular layout is Mum and I going to see the lighthouses here on the island when she was visiting recently. So what I've done is I've copied this from social media, and I'd posted on my social media about going to Cows with Mum and on an adventure, and we got treats and things, and they Light to the South reposted it on their social media. So that's what this is. So I'm going to pop that there, and I think I'm going to call it Cows Adventure or something like that. So I've got it's going to be a multi-photo layout. I've got these two 4x6 portraits here. I've got this 3x4 landscape. I've got two 3x4 portraits, and actually these are not photos. This is a round photo even. So I've got a good mixture here, haven't I? I've got large portraits, small portraits, small landscape, and a circular photo. And as well as that, I have this is a frame, and I have glued some pattern paper behind the frame so that this part of the pattern paper shows through. And I did kind of strategically place the frame onto the pattern paper so that it came through looking at this. This is how, I sort of played around with it, and this is what I liked. And I didn't have photos to put in here, and I really wanted to use this frame, so that's why I did that. So as you can probably see, I am using my Simple Stories Simple Vintage Seas collection. I've got a few bits and bobs along here, and then I've managed to get 3 frames onto this layout because as you probably know, I purchased the collection. I don't normally purchase collections. I normally only purchase pattern paper and the odd embellishment. But on this occasion, because I liked it so much, I purchased the collection. But yeah, struggled to use all the pieces. So yeah, I'm throwing quite a few at this layout, and I am throwing quite a few at all the other layouts connected to the lighthouse trail. So this is just a scrap of that paper here from the 6x8 paper pad. I've added some gesso. I'm going to pop that here. This is scrap paper as well that I tore to mount the photo of Mum and I on there. Then I've got some chipboard pieces here that are probably going to go over here. I've got a couple of die cut anchors here that I'm thinking might go here. I've already got these I've already stamped onto these oars the date, and when I saw these oars in the packet, I'm like, I will never use them. Really, what would I use them for? But when I was creating this layout and I was going through everything, all the embellishments and everything, I thought, you know what, I'm going to try and use them. And I've got another one here, and I've stamped cows onto it. So yeah, really pleased with myself. This wood piece here is broken, but that's fine. I'll glue it back together on the page, and I've gessoed over that just with the white. It's a little bit damaged, but like I always say when I create layouts with wood, I go for the rustic look. So it doesn't matter to me if it just looks a bit weathered, in my opinion. And once it's stuck together and gessoed and everything, it just, yeah, you can't even really tell. It just looks part of the it just looks as though it's part of the wood. I think there's a bit snapped off there as well, actually, of that A. I don't know if that's in my little container where I'll keep my bits and bobs. Can't see it. I'll find it later. I'll glue it on. If not, as I say, the rustic look's fine. And then I've got another chipboard piece here. So I've got foam sticker, die cut, layered sticker. This is chipboard here. This piece. And then I've got this lovely little die cut tag with the lighthouse on it, of course. So this is what I'm thinking. The pattern paper that I'm using is Doodlebug Design Petite prints. And this one it's the buffalo check wood grain. Wood grain's on the reverse side. This is the swimming pool colour. I think this one is called Bumblebee. Isn't that a lovely name? Lovely name for a pattern paper. Bumblebee and swimming pool. So, looking at the page now, this is my idea. Obviously, before I came on, I had a little bit of a play around with placement to see what I might like, and this is what I came up with. So what I'm going to do is stick down the easy things first. I've added red line tape to the reverse of this, and I've added some glue. I'm finding it difficult to take the red bit off of the tape, but I'll just do that off camera. So this is a lovely photo of Mum here, looking at the oh yeah, I can't pick that up, can I? Trying to pick it up, but it's got tape on it as well, which is what I just said. Yeah, lovely photo of Mum looking at the little lighthouse in the bookshop. It was difficult to get good photos of some of the little small lighthouses because they were inside shop windows. But I managed this one. I managed to get one of Mum leaning into the window, and there's not too much reflection. And then the other thing was the sign outside was saying about how dogs were welcome in the shop, so I wanted to capture that in the photo as well. So there were 5. I've chatted about this before. There was 5 large lighthouses on the island and 5 small lighthouses on the island. I wasn't sure the number before, but I've checked that and it's 5. And the smaller ones, like I say, were in shop windows here on the island, the bookshop and different places. They've actually all gone now. They're all over in Southampton. They're lined up outside the boat show, the International Boat Show in Southampton currently. And I am going over to Southampton in the next few days to go to the Mayflower Theatre to see Aladdin, the Disney production. So I am going to go and see them all lined up outside the boat show, because apparently it's before the ticket office, so you can actually go and see them as you would when they're on the trail. So that's going to be quite spectacular, I think, because 80 or 40 lighthouses outside the boat show. The small ones are actually inside. I think they need more protection or something. Oh, do you know what I've just done? I've left that bit there. Look, I've not cut the edge off. I've not clipped the corner or trimmed the corner. So luckily that hadn't quite adhered to the page there. I can just do that now. My scissors. And pop that down. That was good. Otherwise I would have had to leave that, because I don't do craft knives, because I'm rather fond of my fingers. Craft knives and I do not get along. So I would have had to leave that, but yeah, it's luckily I did not spot that. Yes, so they're all at the International Boat Show, ready for the big auction, which I think's in the following week. I'm not sure when the boat show starts, whether it starts this week. I think it's this weekend. So the 21st will be the auction, I believe. They're there until then. So yeah, I'm excited to go and see them in place, ready for the auction. I'd love to go to the auction, but yeah, I don't think I'll make that. I'd love to buy one too, but I don't think that'll happen either. So this one I'm just popping down here. I love the way that I tore the paper here. I wanted to make sure there was some birdies showing on the paper. So yeah, I tore that sort of deliberately. Now then, how are we going to sort that? I'm going to have that nestling into the A once it comes off the back in. And then the same, that's going to be nestled somewhere. I think what we really need to do is position the wood piece first. So I'm to position the wood piece, then take it from there. Because with the stickers, they look, obviously when they've still got the backing on them, when the backing extends beyond the sticker, that's what I mean, it looks different to when you take it off the backing and place it on the actual page. It takes up, it takes up less room when you place it on the page. This one's fine because that's just the outline of the sticker. So I'm going to pop that here. Do I want that to go underneath there a little bit, just for detail? I think I do. We'll pop this here. Maybe I'll line it up on the. Mind you, that's difficult to line it up on the lines of the paper because it's a scripted piece of word. The wording is scripted, so it's not you know, it's not necessarily the baseline is not necessarily the same all the way across, but actually I think it is on this one. I don't think there's any descending letters. Right, I think that is about right. I hadn't actually noticed that little bit was missing off the A. I don't just notice that now as I was talking to you, but I actually quite like it because it adds a little bit more rustic to the layout. This one I'm going to place here, I think, just like that, overlapping a little bit of the blue on this side. Don't always like using wet glue on die cut pieces because I feel as though sometimes it can bubble, the paper can bubble, but you know, I'll just put a small amount on there because it's a thin piece. I think it's hard to use tape on there, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm going to squidge that down as much as I can so it doesn't quite go off the top of the page. Probably could have put the adventure a bit lower, but I wanted it to go on the line, didn't I? Oh, that fits fine actually, that's fine. Beautiful colours, absolutely love these colours. They just sort of, you know, sea themed or seaside themed. And although the trail is about lighthouses, which is not really beach themed, Cowes is a seaside town, so Southampton not so much, it's a port town, but these ones are the ones in Cowes on the island. So yeah, I thought I'd use a bit more of the beachy colours, you know. And I love this one here because it says on island time. It's almost like it was made just for my mum and I's trip to Cowes with the lighthouse as well. I'm going to pop that in there, nestle that in there. As I said already, I'm throwing all the embellishments and everything I possibly can at this layout that is, you know, from that collection. I've got a few other bits here, you can't see them, but I've got a few other bits here from the packing, and I've got this here with all the bits in and the 6x8 paper pad, which I'd completely forgotten about, the 6x8 paper pad. It was in, what I do is I put it in with my scraps, so my pattern paper scraps, because if I'm using anything other than a full 12x12 sheet, I always go to my scraps first. So I thought if I put that in with my scraps, I'll, you know, remember that it's there and use it, but you know, of course that didn't happen. I'd forgotten it was there. Now then, I don't want this to go on slightly on the angle. I was wondering whether to nestle it under here, but I think I want it a little bit higher on the page, so I'm going to do that at an angle and just place it in the corner right there. So this is sort of a loose grid layout, which is my intention. I of course wanted to use as much stash as I possibly could on the layout, so that was kind of the priority, and then the design fitted around that really, although I had intended it to be a grid style layout with all the photos. But it's nice that I have managed to fit in lots and lots of things, especially those frames, because they're not something that it's not that I don't find them easy to use, it's just that I just don't use, you know, I don't have a call to use them that often. And also, you know, you've got to have a layout that's 3x4 photos that's themed around, you know, a yacht, a boat, compass, a lighthouse, or the sea. Same here, and same here. So yeah, although this says beach day by the seashore, you know, it's got the lighthouse and everything, so perfect. I'm going to pop this as far over to the left as I can, because I need to fit in this photo with Mom and I don't want to cover too much of the photo, so I'm doing this one here on the slight angle. And then this one, the same with this one. And then I'm going to add the frame and try and position it so that it doesn't cover anything much on this side. think I wanted the photos the other way around, but I think that's too late now. Yeah, I'd actually, in my mind, I'd planned the photos the other way around, but because I didn't want to cover Mum's face in this one. Now then, actually, maybe it might be better this way, because it doesn't matter too much about covering the body than the face, does it? So yeah, still a bit disappointed though. So yeah, I know what I'll do. I'll push that under there, so that'll be okay, won't it? If I push it under there, then my body doesn't cover Mum's face. That's gone down, so it's got to stay. Actually, maybe it's possible that that's worked out better than I thought, actually, doing it the other way around. Because the other way round, like I said already, I didn't want to cover Mum's face, and this would have been sort of like this on her face. So actually, I think that was a bit of, is it serendipity? Accidental, you know, when it's accidental, but it works, which quite often does happen in scrapbooking, of course. So yeah, I like that. And I actually think it looks better as well, because this is a brighter photo, a bolder photo, and it's got the Harbour Commission on here, which is not a title, but you know, so this is in the top left and that's in the bottom right with the writing on. That's what I meant. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that's the top left title and that's the bottom right title. Okay, I think even though this is like a frame, it's very doodled, not doodled, but it's rustic. It's not, no straight lines or anything. So rather than have it straight, which I think I was thinking of doing, I am going to pop it slightly at the angle, covering Mum a little bit, but not too bad, and not the face, obviously. So that's good. There, so the photos here have been mounted directly onto the page. Used a bit of tracing paper, torn tracing paper to mount this piece onto. Like I said already, the scrap paper here, the frames here, here and here. Scrap paper. And then I'm going to do my little cluster here. And I was thinking when I was planning the layout that there's quite a lot of white space on this layout, on this side. But that's good. I don't have to fill the space. Sometimes I think you feel as though you need to fill the space, but with a grid type layout you don't have to anyway. But I think because this was not like a precise or a conventional grid style layout with things, all the grids pieces being the same size, this is kind of all mixed, and I quite like the idea of having that bit of space. Now then, we do definitely want that to overlap, so I think we'll put some glue on here and set those two pieces down first, and then add the birdie after that. Do I want that to be straight? Yes, I think I do want that to be straight. I'm going to pop that there, sort of loosely lining it up against some of the grit, some of the gingham lines. I don't want to cover the heart. I don't know if it's meant to be, but to me that looks like a heart, so I don't want to cover that. I don't want to cover the text or anything really. I like all the splattering, so I'm going to place this on the edge there, just like that, so it doesn't really cover anything, but it is layered into the cluster. I'm going to add this one, as I think it's a pelican, I may be wrong. Looks like a pelican to me, with the mouth, with the beak I mean. And then we'll pop this little fella right here, nestled into the cluster, I think. Covering a little bit of that on that side, aren't I? I said I didn't want to cover the splatter, but just a tiny little bit there. There, I think that's everything down, isn't it, on that, not apart from this bit here. What I'm going to do is just move that over slightly so I can more easily work on this bit here. And this is the final bit to go down. Now then, journaling is going to go where I've done the gesso. That's why I did the gesso. So, just pop that here. Maybe in line with that part of the paper. Didn't want to stick this bottom bit down too closely to the page because I think I want these to be nestled up underneath it. So add a bit of glue to the big one, larger one of the two. Originally I was just going to have one anchor, but I figured, you know what, may as well layer and have two. Just for, you know, extra interest and using up another die cut piece that would probably be a bit tricky to use. Just like there, and then I'm gonna pop these two here. I could have just used one of these with the date, but again, using up stash and you know, I've just not got any reason to use it all. I mean, what I could do is, like I normally do with my die cuts that I'm not going to use, I could use the reverse side for journaling, but this would be very tricky. If I was to cut this section off, it's not really, it wouldn't look right because it'd be a straight cut. I mean, it'd be fine, I could put it on the edge of a page, but you know, may as well use it on a nautical themed layout. I want to nestle that under there slightly, like that. Maybe over a little bit. Yeah, and then this one's just going to lay it underneath that one. There is quite a gap here, but yeah, I'm just going to do that as that's fallen on the page, slightly at the angle there. I'm wondering now whether this should have been a bit lower, but it's too late, can't change it. Stuck it all down. Although I was saying about I like the white space. Yeah, I'm wondering whether that should have been a bit low, but it's in place now. Not going anywhere, so we shall accept it as it is. I wanted to pop more wood or more embellishment pieces here, again for texture and interest, and also to use stash. Got the star piece there. I'm going to pop that there actually, the star. Nestle that in there. And then this one here. Because there's already one printed on the chipboard piece there, and I don't think I'd got a third one. So is it? I'm not sure what they're called. I can't think what are they. Starfish? Starfish. I was going to say jellyfish, but they're not jellyfish, are they? Starfish. I didn't have another one of those in the blue. I had one in. Oh, actually, I've got one in the blue. What am I saying? There's one here. I was going to say I only had them in the red, which is here. But now then. Oh, it's a different blue. I think that's why. But actually, I think I do like that. I think I like it. I'm just going to layer it on. I'm not going to take off the star from underneath because I don't know if the glue's going to be... Well, actually, I will take it off. I was going to say I don't know if the glue is going to be in the same place, but it's a similar shape, isn't it? So, yeah, I'm going to go for it. Just pop that right to the edge, slightly over. And I do definitely prefer that. So, yeah, I'm glad that I spotted that. I was just going to show you the one that was the wrong colour, the red. And I spotted the blue one. Even though it's a different colour, it's fine because there's lots of different blues in this layout. So... it's absolutely fine. Now then, I've already added the date on my oars there. Just thinking here, I know I said I'd be okay with it. I think I need to be okay with it as part of the design. Yeah, I might have a look through my stash. Got all my faux or decorative brads here. I I don't think I want to try and add lots more things and then not like it. So I think I'm going to go with it as it is. So double page spread, day 4 of Scraptember, double page prompt. Lots of photos, multi-photo layout, multi-embellishment layout, lots of elements like of texture. So we've got the chipboard, we've got the wood, we've got the foam stickers and the die cuts and the torn edges and all those lovely things. So I'll add the journaling, which is probably what I've already said, or just what I said here. Just Mum and I had a fun day in Cowes, you know, and seeing the lighthouses there. Actually, we saw the ones in West Cowes. So there's 1, 2, and there was another one that was not our favourite, and I didn't have a good photo. So I've taken so this is obviously the same lighthouse looking towards the harbour and then looking towards the sea. This is one of the small ones. This is one of the small. This is the same small one. So this is Mum looking at the same lighthouse. Oh no, it's not. No, that's the one of the optician. That's the one of the bookshop. This is out on the seafront. There was another one, like I say, that was not our favourite. It didn't have a good photo. So although I'm not showing all the lighthouses from Cowes, I'm sort of showing that we had an adventure in Cowes that included seeing the lighthouses and included going to get some lovely bakes from a cake shop, which is where we took this photo. I didn't add the photos of those on here, but it was more really about the seaside theme and the harbour theme and everything and the lighthouses. But I just wanted to say that what else we did that morning. So yeah, once again, thank you for joining me. Stay safe, take care, and I shall see you next time. I'll do the journaling and then I'll take a photo and pop it at the end of the video. Bye.